Up a 7-3 victory over the Rimouski Oceanic. And the puck is dropped and we are underway.
5 years under Ryan Huska, and what a job he's done this year as a head coach in his first year. Told you about it before the game. We'll keep an eye on it as the night progresses.
Puck gets to Bowie at the game between DJ Smith and Dan Lambert. And it's already started and we're a minute into it. Nick Merkley, he's from Calgary, he's draft eligible. Rourke Chartier redirects it into the Oshawa zone. Josh Brown and Dakota Murmas. That's a pairing that DJ Smith will want against the Leon Draisaitl line. Brad Latour sends it into the Kelowna hand. Jackson Whistle stays in his net. Devontae Stevens took a hit, made a pass to his captain, Madison Bauer. Murmas sends it back in. Stevens has some time, he knew that.
At the wing, so he's dealing with a lot of different little adversities right now.
DJ Smith's best checking line out there right now against Cole Lineker, Chance Braid, and Thomas Sustal. There's the smooth. Latour gets the puck to the corner. Devontae Stevens leads Kelowna at +4. Run right now. 7-game point streak. Also the best shutdown player for DJ Smith up front.
Yeah, amazing when you have the skill set to do both. You saw it against Connor McDavid in the OHL Championship, and he's done it again here in the MasterCard Memorial Cup.
Now Cole, and it's not just him getting points. He's getting big points. He didn't have anything on the board against Quebec in that overtime game.
Well, just because. Guys,
that's a powerful curtain. Nobody even glimpsed over. Nick Merkley got to center. He's off to the bench. Leon Draisaitl in the corner. That was Chartier, rather, that went off to the bench. Cole Martin was -1 in Kelowna's first game against Quebec. Last night, he was +3. You knew he'd get back on the plus side of things. He has to be careful here, though. Lindbergh, Cole Cassels looking to create some offense. Cole Lineker gets to center. Lindbergh's but put on a line with Hunter Smith and Cole Cassels. If they can't play a defensive role, DJ Smith looks like he's going to try to allow them to play an offensive role, inserting Lindbergh onto that line.
Yeah, and removing Bradley Latour. As you know, Lindbergh a much more offensive guy than what Latour would offer.
Murmas hits it to the line. Morrissey keeps it in. That puck was rolling, not a lot on it, and Hunter Smith got in front of it. That's a tough target to get around. Braid in the corner. He knocks Murmas down. Pass comes in front. Draisaitl was beelining for the puck. Gets it back to Morrissey. Right back to Draisaitl. That shot is blocked by Cole Cassels. Lindbergh to the line. Chip. Leon Draisaitl. He's got two generals right there. Cole Cassels, Matt Mistoli. They put in the corner. Cassels is right there. Stevens had to take a hard hit. Now Hunter Smith throws his weight around, bumping with Merkley, but Merkley keeps on ticking. Bowie with some skating room, and he can fly if he gets room. A lot of white sweaters back there. Too many for Bowie to get around. Martin at the blue line. Here's Cole Lineker. Tried a quick move on Dakota Murmas. Couldn't fool the overage defenseman. Cassels and Kirkland. Bit of a cross-checking battle. Morrissey finds Dubé. Quick shot from Kirkland. He's had a couple of opportunities where he's found spots to get that one-timer away.
Yeah, it's pretty slick the way he just slips back out of coverage. And a whole lot of legs and bodies, but no goal.
Brown stops the progress of Dubé. Martin wants to keep the puck in. Brad Latour, a couple of cracks at it, still bouncing around, but Latour wasn't going to be denied. Points on the road than they did at home. DeRoche, look out when he gets a shot. Kelowna did their scouting report. You could tell they all got down to block it. Cassels to Lindbergh. Stevens ties him up. Cole Lineker moves the puck ahead to Thomas Sustal. Bowie jumps into the play. Puck comes outside the line. Lineker trying to get there. Cassels by himself. 1-on-3. Martin got in front of him just enough. Comes back to DeRoche. 2 goals he's scored in both games so far for the Generals. That time, he couldn't find a clean lane to get a shot. Quite sure what day those games will be on yet. An Oshawa win, they go straight to Sunday's final. A Kelowna win by 2, they go straight to Sunday's final. Anything in between, we'll deal with that if it happens.
Just don't ask me to get out the calculator.
You got the ice. Cassels intercepts a pass. Takes the shot, whistle to save, Mistily was on. Cassels passes in front of his own goal, and the captain, Josh Brown's going to join this offensive surge. Lindbergh dumps it into the far corner. Cassels waits at the line. Puck is banked out.
As the Kelowna defensemen were to make a change, so it opened up some space for Lindbergh.
Merkley got it to Draisaitl, a deflected puck from long range. Ken Appleby reacted quickly. Val Cole, pass in front of the net. Bouncing around there, Bowie gets rid of it. Draisaitl over skates, but stopped. Got it. And into the final second. Can fly once he gets going. Trying to get around the much bigger Josh Brown, and Brown's playing catch-up. Finally did track him down. Draisaitl trying to get to the net. Cassels was with him. Got it back to Steve in the Kelowna. Cassels against Draisaitl. That didn't happen much in the opening period. They're on the ice against each other right now. Cassels. Oh, he was looking for Latour, who was sprinting to the back post. Merkley to an open side. He knew Draisaitl was tracking. Cassels not far from Draisaitl. Latour pokes at it. Comes to the line, and Wheaton couldn't quite keep it in. So he's got to move it over to Gage Quinney. He'll play the dump and chase game. Josh Brown first man to it. Hunter Smith pressured by Wheaton. Puck bouncing around. Smith another crack at it. Wheaton gets it. Oh, that feed in front just hit the stick of Murmis. Good Cassels with Lindbergh. Here's a 2-on-1. Cassels shoots, but it's blocked by Devontae Stevens. Murmis. There's a pass to the back door. A great feed to Cassels, and he starts Oshawa off on the right foot.
But Oshawa wouldn't give up. And you look, all the Kelowna Rockets are back, but they get caught watching the puck. And instead of taking care of business and with their defensive zone coverage, everyone caught watching the puck.
And 10 more in the playoffs, tied for second in OHL playoff scoring with his teammate Michael Dalcol. They were behind only one player, and that was Connor McDavid. Murmis slaps it up. Tried to hit him. Smith still did what he wanted to do. Got the puck into the Kelowna end. Cassels is back out there, and Cassels has the puck. Sends it down behind the net where Brad Latour was stationed. Now Hunter Smith trying to get there, but Wheaton wasn't giving him any space. Cassels, 2 Rockets on him. Still almost came up with that puck.
This paired all of those things as a result of Jenner and Lawton.
Cassels is a competitor. He just lost that face-off, so he will be making some correct. Oshawa was a very good penalty-killing power play of the game. Belongs to the Rockets. Cassels making things difficult for Quinney. Couldn't get inside the zone, and then it's
Kelowna with the extra man.
20 seconds to go in the power play. Kelowna's had 1 shot. Haven't had much time to set this power play up. Morrissey down to Merkley. Cross ice. Chartier. Martin back to Chartier. He gets it to Morrissey. His shot hits the leg. Didn't get to the net. Lineker. 2 Oshawa generals watching him. Not letting him make it. Mistily's back on the ice. But having troubles breaking out right now. Cassels sends it behind the net. Lindbergh reaches for it. He got away from Martin. Controls in the corner. Nice move by Tobias Lindbergh. Opens to Roche.
And Murmis and Misty ever do a good job with this hockey club throughout the course of this season.
Hunter Smith. Got it to Brad Latour. He sends it in quickly. That's where Smith wants it. In the corner, uses the... Lineker wraps it around. Smith's waiting for it. Into the slot. Cole Cassels. He was checked by Chance Braid. Devontae Stevens comes the other way. Stevens turned 18 in January. Puck was centered. Cole Cassels was protecting the front of his net. Substall and Carlisle. Now Braid, pass in front. That one's picked off by Hunter Smith. Forwards very aware of what's happening with their defensemen, covering up if need be. Cassels the goal scorer. Now on an 5:08 to go in the second period. Face-off win. DeRoche doesn't direct it at the net. Put it high off the glass. It hit a stanchion and stopped right behind the Kelowna net. Latour spins down there. Kelowna in good defensive protection. Braid's in on the forecheck. And Braid's a tough customer. Morrissey takes a shot. That hit DeRoche. Kelowna having trouble getting pucks through to Ken Appleby. DeRoche stays right with Soustall. Soustall gets it back. Can't shoot from there. His pass picked off by Cole Cassels, and Cassels skates it out of trouble. Then he passes to Hunter Smith. The end boards. Cassels reached for it, couldn't get it though. He has been on fire.
He came over in the Josh Morrissey deal, and I don't think that the Kelowna Rockets realized what kind of player they were getting. He has been spectacular.
And just when it looked like Oshawa could play a boring game, up by 2, Kelowna is on the board. And that 1-goal lead is not a safe one. Kelowna allowed 4 goals in their opening game against Quebec. That was the most they've allowed in 6 games. Pass in front. Oh! Mark Chartier. He's the guy Kelowna wanted with the open net. The puck stayed out. Kelowna's a different team now that they've scored. Draisaitl into the final minute. Up ahead to Chartier. Trying to split through the defense. Josh Brown recovered in time. That took a funny hop. Goes right to Draisaitl. Brown keeping close watch on Draisaitl, but the puck comes out. Morrissey will regroup at center. Oh, he overskated it. Cassels almost hit it. Oshawa could go straight to the final. Kelowna would need to win by 2 to go straight to the final. It's a 2-1 lead for the Oshawa Generals. And in that second period, Oshawa seemed to be dictating the play, controlling it. They got a 2-0 lead. And answering right back, less than a minute later, was Gage Quinney in Kelowna to make it 2-1 and make things difficult on Oshawa. And the Rockets really had a surge late in the second. They'll try to build on it here in the third. Mark Chartier near the net. Appleby slapped it down to the corner. Latour got it out to center. He's reliable in his own zone. Josh Morrissey. Right up. Now he'll go to the net. Chartier couldn't quite get him the puck. Draisaitl. Watched closely by Mermis. Leon Draisaitl. He controlled the game against Rimouski. He's been quiet so far. You can only hold Draisaitl off the score sheet for so long. And here's Leon Draisaitl controlling in the Oshawa zone. Makes a pass over to Bow. And this has been a much faster pace from the Rockets. Bowie's jumped in. Morrissey's jumped in.
I would just look down at Kelowna right now and say, that's more like it.
Lindbergh, short pass. It's a good one. Cole Cassels. He had the opening goal for the Generals, and he scored some big ones during the regular season and in the playoffs. Hunter Smith. He's hit hard by Lineker. Cassels keeps it in. He got it to Smith. Martin has to hurry. That reaches Smith. There's a turnover. Cassels has it again. And he comes out of the corner, but he's on his backhand side. Looking at the line. Now he goes to the forehand. Gets it behind the net to Latour. That's squirted away from him. Southam took a hard hit. Cassels hit with Southam, and they continue to battle. There's quite a war between Cassels allowing Kelowna any chances, but the Rockets got a late goal in the second and have carried that momentum over. And Bailey, Dubé, Quinney, they've been effective for Dan Lambert's team. Look out here, though. Odd man rush. Lindbergh was tripped, and Merkley was the leading scorer for the Rockets in the regular season. There's Bowie having trouble getting one through again. Smith drops it off for Cassels. Back to Smith. Oh, it's over the net. And this is a checking line. Yeah, right. Smith back in front. That had Bowie diving. Merkley has to go the other way. Chartier with Draisaitl sends it to the corner, and that's where the German import comes up with it. Merkley Made a spin move, didn't get past Latour. Bowie able to keep it in, snaps a shot from the line. That didn't get to the net. Charche has it to Draisaitl. Shields the puck from Latour. Trying to work down low. Cole Cassels comes up with it. And that Bowie with a shot. That's stopped by Appleby. Rebound was dangerously close, but the reliable Dakota Mermis got it out of that. Merkley chips it up ahead to Draisaitl. On him right away was Sam Harding. Morrissey muscled a pass to Merkley. Merkley's been known as the playmaker. Got the puck in front. Mermis tied up Draisaitl. The puck still got down. Spending a lot of time in the Oshawa zone. Shots are 6-5 in favor of Oshawa. So the Generals hemmed in their end, not letting a ton of pucks through. He had to be quick, had to deal with Gage Quinney, who's been Kelowna's dangerous sniper at this walk. Able to walk right in. Whistle stacks the pads. The poke kick. Morrissey recovered in time, but look out. Mermis in front of the net. He wanted to get it on the stick of Cassels. There's another chance. Whistle saw it just in time. Lindbergh tied up by Bowie. Sam Harding. He's heading up the Oshawa Generals. He got it to Cassels. Fakes a pass. Works his way to the blue line. Wants to keep it down. 5:46 on the clock. That's all that remains in regulation. Can Oshawa hang on? Latour got it to the line. Bowie with a... Merkley chasing it. Morrissey keeps it in. And hold it a second time. Smith looks slow to get to the bench. Leon Draisaitl is the puck to Misteli. Here's a 2-on-1. It's Del Cole and Cassels. Del Cole, Cassels, back to Del Cole. Rockets got back and didn't let him get the puck. The two most dangerous Generals on a 2-on-1. They might have been able to ice this game. Pressure. Face-off win by the Generals. Brown got it to the line. It just does trickle out. Latour trying to kill off a few more seconds in front of his bench. Had it in his skates. Rockets dug it loose. Draisaitl tied up by Carlisle. Chipped out by Oshawa is back to full strength. And they still lead. Cassels retrieves that puck in the Kelowna end. Bowie's tired. Cassels tries to tuck it in. He's stopped by Whistle. Now Cassels behind the net. There's a minute to go in the game. He wants to keep it down low. Latour will be looking to the bench. Winokur gets it up to the Oshawa line. That's not deep enough to get the goalie out. Kelowna will have to try again, but the seconds are ticking away. 40 of them remain, and Josh Brown takes his time. Whistle stuck in the net for Kelowna. Morrissey, he gets to center. He's knocked off the puck by Cassels. Bowie follows up. Now Whistle. Face-off, won by Draisaitl. Nick Merkley. His pass comes to Charche. Can't get his stick loose. Back to the line. That one's blocked in front by Josh Brown. That hurt him. But the captain is staying on the ice, and that attempt at the open net is wide. That gives Kelowna maybe one more chance. Not much remains. 5 seconds to go. The puck's dumped in. Mermis will get to it and wants to eat it in the corner. And Dakota Mermis